Khemka of Dish, and Vivek, you've had a great show today.
Yeah,
Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Okay.
How does the Super Joey work? What makes it different?
All right. So Scott, because you're asking, we'll go really technical here, okay? So how the Super Joey works, so the hopper has both a hard drive and 3 tuners. And to run the tuners, we connect it through the node and it goes back to the dish, right? So a Super Joey has 2 tuners but no hard drive in it. And it connects straight to the dish too. So, and then via Mocha to the hopper. So basically the hopper then over Mocha grabs the 2 satellite tuners on the Super Joey for a total of 5 tuners. From a software perspective, it's completely seamless to the customer. Whether they're on a Joey, a Super Joey, or hopper, they'll see all 5 tuners. They can schedule the recordings to any 5 tuners. It'll record to any. It'll use whatever available tuner is to record it. You don't have to worry about it at all.
Now, you mentioned that it was directly to the dish. Does this mean no more nodes, dual nodes?
No, yes, you don't need a dual. So there are multiple scenarios here. So if you did 1 hopper and 1 Super Joey, the hopper still needs a solo node, right? But out of the dish, you had 3 outputs. The 2 outputs went to the solo node. The 3rd output will go to a Super Joey. If you already have a 2-hopper house with a duo node in it, you can actually just remove the 2nd hopper and drop in a Super Joey, and it'll all still work fine. So whether there's a duo node or not, it'll ignore the extra channel on it. So
now I'm sure, because satellite guys are kind of technical, and they have these systems that normally aren't supported.
Correct.
What happens if you have 2 hoppers in your house already and you want to keep 2 hoppers and add a Super Joey? Will it work?
No, because you start running into Mocha bandwidth limitation. Mm-hmm. So you'll have to create 2 isolated networks. You can create a hopper and a Super Joey network, and then you can have a separate 2nd hopper network, but then you can't share the DVR recordings between them.
So the best thing for them to do would be get a Super Joey and return their hopper. Drop their bill a little bit.
It will drop the bill a little bit.
And
we haven't announced
pricing.
They'll have less tuners, but more integrated.
Yeah, right,
yes, right. Yeah, more integrated.
Anything else we should know about the Super Joeys or the new wireless Joey that you talked about today?
The wireless Joey is actually pretty cool. So we think it could actually, it's designed to support more than 2. At launch, we're talking about 2 just to make sure that it is reliable at 2, and we're still doing a lot of testing. But it could actually support more than 2. So you plug in one of those dished wireless access points. You can plug it into the back of a hopper. You can plug it into the back of a wired Joey. You can plug it in anywhere in your Mocha network, so it doesn't have to be next to a hopper. Mm-hmm. And once you plug it in, everything else just works.
Now finally, onto the virtual Joey.
Yeah.
So the virtual Joey, do you need to have your dish service wired to the TV, or does it work over the IP in your house?
So every home's different, right? So it works over your home IP, so over your home router, because your TV or your PlayStation has to be wired into your home router. Preferably, if you use a wired connection to the hopper or use a Mocha bridge, that'll give you a better performance. You could still use a Wi-Fi connection of the hopper and it should all still work. But if your kid starts playing some games on, or you start doing other streaming, it gets a little iffy. But at the end of the day, it's just bandwidth, right? So as long as you can get between 6 to 10 megabits of connection between the hopper and your virtual Joey, the experience should be just perfect.
And the other interesting thing I saw here today was the home automation aspect of it. I know that's coming on later in this year, but just a little guidance of what kind of home automation, turning your lights on, turning them off.
Yeah, you know what, we actually didn't show it at the press conference, but if you come over to the booth, we actually have a full concept display where you can actually integrate cameras. So if somebody is at your front door and they ring the bell, you'll get a picture-in-picture video of who's in there. You can even get cameras in the guide. So one of your channel numbers could just be my indoor camera, my kid's bedroom, my outdoor camera, and you can just tune into the channel. You could basically, in the night when you're shutting off your TV, it could ask you, do you want me to put the house in sleep mode, and it'll turn down all the lights and all of those things. Yeah. So no announcement on when we would launch anything. That's why it's as a concept display at the booth.
Well, we understand.
Yeah.
And this is why they call the man Mr. Wizard. Well, Vivek, thank you for your time.
Thank you, man.
And thank you. Have a great show.
Thanks for coming over.
Alrighty.